Yes, 2016, if I had to look back at it, I would say it's probably one of, if not one of my best years ever. It started off a little bit shaky, going through a bit of sickness, bit of illness, injuries, but you know what, I think that just made me stronger for the rest of the year, and the second half of the year was pretty much unbeaten, both in surskis and kayak racing. So I had a fantastic year, topping it off with a double gold at World Marathon Champs, winning the fish. Was just one of those years where you sort of pinch yourself on the 31st of December and actually say, well, what do you wish for the following year to do better than 2016? It's going to be quite hard to beat, but I've started off this year with some really great ski races behind me, and I'm just going to try and focus on every race that I go into with that winning attitude and just hope for the best. Yeah, a big question people ask me, especially recently, is how do I manage time? And it is difficult. At the moment, I've got more than one job. I've got my family company that I've been working for since I was 18, which is a construction company. We hire out excavators, and recently just bought into Gara racing paddles. So that's been fantastic, just to be part of something that I'm really passionate about in the sport itself of paddling. And and then at the same time, trying to be a professional athlete. Everyone's always looking for a sponsor, especially when it comes to finance, but with sponsors comes pressure and expectations. So time management becomes a big factor to obviously try and train like a professional, work like a professional, and because especially if you've got two jobs, and then at the same time, I think the most important factor is my family, and recently we've had a little boy, so I don't want to miss out on him growing up, and obviously and look after my wife and support her as well with her sporting goals and her lifestyle. Talking about my family, the last Dusi I did with my wife, well, it was actually our first Dusi we did together, was on a singles year because I'd been carrying an injury for the last couple of months with my Achilles, so we decided to do it together and went into it with starting in charity batch and being super, how would you say, chilled. We're not going to race, we're just going out for the enjoyment. Well, as soon as the gun went, it was like somebody's like a red flag to a bull, and I was off, and she came with me, and we actually ended up breaking quite an important record, because it was held by Mark Jermicke and Debbie Jermicke, which is from back, I think it was nearly 10 years back, and we ended up breaking it on the last day. And so currently we're actually the mixed doubles record holders, and it's a fantastic thing to share it with my wife, and it just shows you how competitive our family really is. If you had to, I think, look over the last, since the beginning of the 2000s, when I first did my first Dusi, early 2000, I think over the last 16 or 17 years, Dusi's been pretty consistent with regards to water release, water levels, and obviously the race tactics, but looking forward to 2017, for some reason I think this is going to be a Dusi with a difference. I think it's going to be a tough Dusi. I think day one's going to be a very similar Dusi to the past. The normal competitors, I think, are going to be out there showing their steel, and I think day two there's quite a bit of Hassan that's come through, and the top of the dam, if anyone's been there, you will see it's totally changed from the past, which almost brings back the early Dusi days when there wasn't a dam, so I think it's going to play a big factor, the water level. And then day three, well, I think that's the big question of Dusi 2017 is how much water, or if there'll be water, and which makes it exciting just for us as competitors, because it's going to be, like I say, a Dusi with a difference, and it's not going to be over until you cross this line down here at Mgani, at Blue Lagoon. So I think it's going to be a great Dusi to be watched, and obviously it's going to be something to be part of.